So yesterday, Honkai Impact released the teaser trailer for what they are titling the Part 1 finale. And people are losing their shit. There are threads that are opened over on Reddit. People are leaving comments like, does this mean that the game is shutting down? I guess it's okay considering Honkai Star Rail is supposed to be a direct sequel. I'm so sad that Honkai is ending. I've been playing since February 2019. I hope they make a sequel to Honkai's Epic. For real, players are actually losing it. Before we go any further, I just want to take a moment here to thank all of the absolute chads and chadettes that support this channel via Patreon. You're all freaking legends. Seriously, each and every single one of you. I would offer to give each of you a kiss, but I suffer from severe intimacy issues. Additionally, if you want to stay up to date with all the latest MMO gacha and gaming news, take a second here to follow Mrs. Stix and I over on Twitter. We tweet daily. Now, admittedly, I have never played more than maybe an hour of Honkai Impact, so a lot of what goes on in the opening for the Part 1 finale is probably going to be lost on me, but I'm still genuinely curious to see what it has to offer, because Hoyo makes some absolutely incredible, killer trailers and cinematics as well. Damn. Now, I do actually recognize some of these characters because I've been keeping up to date with at least who the characters are, more or less. Partly thanks to Danboru, Galboru. Now, I guess, you know, people are looking at this and they're seeing Part 1 finale, but what they are taking away from this is that this is the finale, when in reality, what they should be taking away from this is the finale for Part 1 of their story. See, if they were ending the entirety of the game, if they were going to keep the game in maintenance mode and not continue to push out new content, release new characters, they would have titled this something like Finale Part 1 as opposed to Part 1 Finale. What this means specifically is that there is going to be a Part 2 that continues after Part 1 successfully concludes. Players are losing their shit, thinking that the entire game is ending, that Hoyo are merely replacing Honkai Impact 3rd with Honkai Star Rail instead. But no, this is just the end of a multi-year story that has been told since the game began and leading into the next story that they want to tell. At least that's what I think. I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing. Please go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see, according to this Reddit thread, one thing to keep in mind is the wording of the phrase Part 1 finale. I believe that is the first major story chapter. If it read finale Part 1, yeah, that's pretty much what I thought. In the dev stream, they outright said this is only the end of the phase and that they're continuing the story. Part 2 will either be its own thing following what happens after the finale or something like... So these responses are generally how I felt and what I thought as well. So realistically, yes, this is technically the end of the Part 1 of their story, but this is the beginning of something even bigger, potentially even better, something that is going to last, well, quite a few years to come. And who knows, it might end up tying into other Honkai related properties. So don't worry, the game is not ending. The game is not going anywhere. Relax, keep enjoying yourself. Or alternatively, if you're bored with nothing to do while you wait for the finale of part 1, I have 2 different videos on screen right now. One is what I believe is going to be the biggest gacha release of next year. The other is featuring a list of the best looking upcoming anime gacha games that you need to be actively aware about, because they are going to be huge.